Hi everybody, this is Jake, and with this video I'm going to start a series of ones with the common thread of the aware artist. A little introduction about me: I'm a singer, songwriter, composer, sound designer, mentor, manager, and I do a lot of stuff in music. I make a full living out of that, but most of all I'm passionate about music, so I'm always thrilled when I can talk about music and all that revolves music. The Aware Artist is the name of my individual one-on-one mentoring that I offer to artists, because I think that two things are mostly needed as of today: truth and skills, to the proper mindset to bring this further. Truth in terms of, if you are passionate and interested in music, you might have heard that what we know about the music business, the music industry is falling apart, probably has already fallen apart, but like a zombie is, walking till somebody shoots down completely, or, if a bomb drops and then the zombie is completely dead. But as of today, we are seeing things that we have been told for decades, for 20, 30, 50 years, that aren't simply true. Whenever some people made it according to the standard definition of success, then they were held as an example, and these people were charging a lot of money to make you live the same dream. And 99% of the times, of course, you wouldn't achieve a thing, because that's the first part of awakening, of awareness. It's knowing when a lie has been told. If we look at the most successful, again, artists, always according to these definitions of success, we're talking about at least less than the 1%. So for me to say that I know how to make somebody become something, that has to be 30 to 40% at least of percentages of, and statistically speaking, that I can achieve that thing. And that thing simply wasn't achieved. So when we're talking about a Madonna, an Elvis Presley, Pink Floyd, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, whatever, Drake, I'm not taking away anything of their talents, whatever they were. Some people were more technical and less marketing-wise sellable. Some other people are incredibly sellable, but not so talented, technically speaking. There's a percentage of luck, if you will, that it's always there. So nobody really knows how to break an artist. And the biggest lie ever is that there were a group of people, a group of saints, a group of gurus that knew how to make it. Well, now, first of all, surprise, surprise, even these people admitted, like almost 1 year ago, that they have no clue how to break new artists. And this the telltale situation was brought by social media, because what is going viral as of today is we see that every week on TikTok, on Instagram, but whatever goes viral doesn't follow a logic. There are millions of people making similar things, whether it's content creation, whether it's something funny, whether it's something reflexive, whether it's videos, songs, whatever. But then when something breaks and apparently goes viral all of a sudden, there is no logic in that. There are some common aspects that we can trace back and that we can try to replicate, but there is no key to that. And so whoever is selling the key to virality, in my opinion, is bullshit, at least in music. I talk for what I know. For what I don't know, I won't talk about it. So, of course, and then the second thing related to this, it's to locate ourselves in history. When we're talking about big celebrities, worldwide superstars that are being worshipped by millions of people at the same time, think about this, guys. The first music instrument was dated back 40,000 years ago. 40,000 years ago. When we're talking about the music industry, the television superstars, the filling stadiums with millions of people, we're talking about 70 years mostly. The music industry, as we know it, has established around the 50s. The major labels were started basically in the 50s. So when we're saying that this is normality, no, it's not. We have to be aware of that. Once again, the word awareness. It's like the awakening, a constant awakening of things, because whatever we don't know, we take for granted. And that's the point. We're not allowed anymore to take things for granted because information is all over the place. So us not knowing, it's not an excuse in the modern world. Imagine that before the year 1100, if I'm not mistaken, when the music notations came in, it wasn't even important who the composer was. There was no way to track him back or her back. So the people were just passing music onto folklore or anthem songs. The people, it was more a collective experience, more a religious experience, a spiritual gathering where people were simply making music. Instruments, they were not industrialized, so every instrument was sounding different, whether it was a flute, whether it was like a percussion or something like that. So at least for 39,000 years of history, of music history in humanity, it wasn't about filling stadiums. It wasn't about making records. It wasn't about being on a magazine. And that, in my opinion, tells a lot, because again, it's like a dot. What we know about music, what we consider normality, it's like a dot in space. And that, in my opinion, is a huge call and a huge opportunity to connect back with how music was born in the first place and what can lead us to. Music is considered the universal language. Even if we don't understand rationally what's been told, most of the times we feel moved by simply the sound, and that we're gonna make a lot of videos more about how sound impacts in our life, because it's just frequency and vibration, and that's what actually everything is. Everything is vibration. So this is an opportunity. The death of the music industry and the model that we have been knowing, it's like an opportunity to claim back freedom. We might not become a superstar, or we might not have the resources to pull off a concert or a tour like Taylor Swift, because of course it takes a lot of money to produce one single show. We're talking about millions of euros or dollars to create a show that then of course creates and generates billions of dollars. But in the first place, of course, you have to put a lot of money. So that doesn't mean that you don't have the resources and the means to connect and claim back that freedom and power of making music. And then we're coming to the other aspect, which is the mindset. According to all the bullshit and all the false myths that we've been fed with through the course of history, or at least the last decades, we have to polish and clean ourselves in order to be disciplined and to develop a mindset of motivation and constant will of being an artist. Being an artist is a state of being. It has nothing to do with profession. You can be a great artist and paying your bills with not a job. Nobody says that you have to make a full living out of music. I did that because I asked myself, how can I wake up every morning and think only about music? I don't want to do anything else. So I scouted the market. I learned everything that I could learn, whether it's marketing, business, neuroscience, communication, mixing, mastering, sound design, everything. Because at the beginning, it was just to monetize. Then eventually I found out, thank God, that I loved all of this. And so that's why I chose a profession out of that. But like any profession, there are compromises. I love most of the tasks that I do in music, but of course I love some more than others, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Every job has that. You might be pursuing the artistic aspect and creativity in your life, even if you're not a full-time professional of that. And the today technology allows you to do that, because you can have your own home studio. You can, spend a few $1,000s to get decent equipment to make music. You can spend from time to time, if you feel that you want to improve your knowledges and skills, and to take courses, and that will be up to you. But in order to be consistent, and in order not to be completely torn apart, the first failure, the second failure, we're gonna make some videos about the concept of failures, especially in the Western world. You have to develop a strong mentality and a strong attitude, and that thing is not taught in schools. Music schools normally teach you techniques, theory, and they make you a great performer. Whatever you want to learn, whether it's singing, playing, producing, whatever, they focus on the technique. They give you amazing skills to make that thing, but they don't shape mentalities. and also other like courses like music business or masters. Normally, for what I saw, they don't work on mentality, they don't work on your soul, they don't work on who you are. Of course, they're taking classes, so they have to standardize the process and explaining you at least the theory, because that's the other issue. What I saw about the music business degrees and stuff like that, they teach you the theory of that, what a music royalty is, how it works, the rights, the publishing, and stuff like that. But then in the street, things are quite different. So, you know, uniting the truth coming from somebody who has been in the industry for a long time, and I have crashed my head against every wall possible. I spent and I wasted a lot of money by trying to learn and find truth, and I still do. I always invest in my knowledge. I always try new things. I always try whatever seems reasonable, even if to rule them out. Because sometimes it's like, okay, I have doubt that this thing could work or not. The only way to know is to know. So I have to try myself. And I'm not whining on, oh my God, they stole some money, I made a mistake. Yeah, of course, the only way to go on is to make mistakes. Because by making mistakes, you know where not to go. And that's an absolutely important thing. So that's why being aware of this thing and having or working possibly with somebody who knows more than you that can help you develop this state of mind, it's something that gives you like a great armor for going out every day. And I wouldn't say fight or battle. It's not a battle. It's not supposed to be a battle, but sometimes it feels like a battle, that you have to struggle, that it's difficult. So like going to the gym, you build muscles in order to endure the whatever effort you're making more than you could yesterday. That's the same thing. There are skills, mental skills, energetic skills that can be achieved. And that's what I try to promote, what I try to teach my artists, and what I try to spread, because it is possible. And I'm gonna close this video. I was talking to an artist that possibly is gonna start working with me, and I told him, instead of seeing all these ads like if you want to become a superstar, yeah, that's easy, come here, oh, okay, download your first program and then you're up, go viral in 30 seconds, promote your song via this platform and you're gonna be a superstar in a couple of weeks. That's so bullshit. I wish somebody had told me at the beginning, man, it's gonna be very difficult, but you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. Because again, making it, it's subjective. It's not objective. For somebody, making it is simply being able to be happy by making your own music. For somebody, is becoming a superstar. For someone is, I don't even want to step on stage. I just want to write for our artists because I love making music, but I don't love to show my face. So making it is a so broad concept, and again, it's gonna be difficult, but you're gonna make it if you make the right choices, and if you start applying the right mindset, you can do it. So that's the common thread of the aware artist. I'm never gonna stress enough the word aware, because being aware means also being held accountable, self-accountable. We have tons of information. Like I said, probably 60 to 80% of what we're being surrounded in music is lies. And thank God that more and more truths are being coming to light. But we're no longer excused not to know and to believe to the fairy tales. I mean, you can believe to the fairy tales, but not in music. Please don't. Because in the end, you're not just losing money. Money can be made up again. You're losing motivation, you're wasting time, and you're losing the energy to make this. Because whenever you will no longer trust that this is possible, you're gonna give up. And if you give up, you won't be happy. And the biggest takeaway, at least for this video, is that you can make music no matter what. What you need to work on is the mindset and your why, because your why is different from anyone else. And that thing, whenever you have it, it will be like a tank of gasoline with discipline and motivation every day. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Just drop a comment, whatever you feel like sharing, whether you resonated, whether you didn't resonate. If you have any opinion, any comments, any anecdotes, stories that you want to share, this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a community, an open topic for anybody to jump in. I also count on inviting more people, because artists I mean, artists are everywhere. Art belongs to anyone. A creative life, it's something that is beneficial for anyone, for those who make something creative and for those who receive the creative gift. So guys, again, thanks a lot for watching and see you the next time.